I'm Sylvie, as you know. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of these, and this goes that way up, actually goes the other way up, but it sits up, I can see it, like that, and it's a garden chair seat pad, and it's a very nice one that folds away easily because there's a nice gap in there. There's about a 2 or 3 inch gap in there, so that folds up nicely. Okay, I'm going to show you now. I did actually do another video, but I deleted it by mistake. So let me show you what I did. I cut these out, and these are my pads. Because one's actually 1 inch smaller, so it goes that way like that. Yeah, so that goes up like that, and then there'll be a gap. Now this isn't a 1 inch foam. I'll have to show you. There we go. Now, because I don't want you to damage your dining room table, and I don't want to damage mine either. Well, this is not my dining room table, but there we go. Yeah, so it's this it's 1 inch foam, which is ideal, but I like the blue one because that's the toughest. But I was given this, so beggars can't be choosers. So I'm going to show you how you cut it. I don't know if I'll be able to cut it though that thin. You get a marker pen and mark it where you want it, how big you want it to be. So you measure your chair, and then using a sharp bread knife, but this is actually a blunt one because I would keep, you know, it's a blunt, it's not a blunt one. It works for certain things, like you see, it works, but a sharp one is better. So it's not really sharp, that's sharp, but they are good. Bread knife's good for cutting foam. So I've got my Stanley knife, which I'm going to finish cutting that, and that cuts really nicely. And this board I use to cut my leather out on, or stuff like this, because I don't want to damage. Now, I know I've repeated myself, but never mind. Never mind. Well, that's that. Next is the pattern. You need to make the pattern, because if you want to make more than one, you need a pattern that's the same. And it makes it easier for you to cut it out on your material then. See if you've got enough. Now, I made this pattern yesterday. That's it. So it goes like that, and that goes on there like that. Okay, you can see the 2 or 3 inch gap. I think it's 2 inches. Let's just measure it. The gap in between. Yes, it's actually, yes, 2 inch gap there. Or it's 5, roughly, yeah, it's 5, or it's 5 centimetres. Those that like the centimetres. I'm taking it, this is a standard garden chair, but you need to measure your own just in case it's wider or narrower. I think they're all similar. So yeah, so I took the measurements off my chair and then transferred it onto the pads, cut my pads out, then I covered them in this polyester wadding. You can either glue it on with contact adhesive, I got it from B&Q, or you can, so I've glued, half glued, and I've done some, I don't know if you can see, but some really loose stitches. If you haven't got the glue, you don't have to use it, just stitch it, loose stitches on, and you don't have to cover it, but I like to cover it with polyester wadding. You don't have to. And you can use any paper for your pattern if you can get hold of it. Maybe sellotape together. I mean, first pattern I made was from newspaper. Right, so that's that. Now, so yeah, so what I did was I measured one pad in there and another pad in there with a 2-inch gap so it would fold, because the padding is 1 inch, so there's 1 inch, 1 inch, that makes it 2 inches. So when it folds, set square. So I've squared it. I've also got a large one. These are brilliant. Got this from the market. It's a bit bent. That's it. But it's great having one of these. And I've squared it to keep it square and just measured it here the same to make sure it was still square. Make sure they're both the same. And then I put a seam allowance all the way around it. Now, if you want the dimensions of what I'm actually doing, let me measure it and tell you what it is. Forty-eight point five centimetres. If you're an inch person, it's 19 inches. So this is the back part of the chair, and then from here, and I'm actually measuring, I'm not including the seam allowance. This is without seam allowance, first of all. That's for each pad. 26 inches that way, and 66 centimetres that way, plus 2 inches, or 5 centimetres. Now for the seat part that you sit on, yeah, so that's the seat area. 19.5 inches. $49.5 centimetres, and then that's the same as the top, which is 48.5 centimetres and 19 inches, or 19 inches, or right. Okay, all right, I hope that was clear. Have a good look at it. You could screenshot that with the instructions. Now the instructions are cut one only. It's only one. This whole thing, just cut one only. And it's called a front. It's the front part of your chair that you see. So if you're having a pattern on there, a nice pattern, it could be, I don't know, like that. and it's the front, yeah, the front. And also I've labelled it as a garden chair cover. Okay, that's the seat part. So, and there's a line here which I've decided to put the zip there, because you don't want to be sitting on it. I suppose you could have it in that crease. You could actually have it in that crease in the back, actually, but I've decided to put mine there. I don't know why I did that, but maybe I just thought it was a good idea. In fact, it's probably a good idea, because I didn't want to sit on it, but then it's going to be in that crease, isn't it, thinking about it. So yeah, we could either put it there or put it there. Right. That would be a lot easier. Yeah. Anyway, paper's on a roll, which I love. It does make more sense to put that zip in there. But anyway, so what you do is you actually copy the top part for your next, this is for the back bit. So I've started copying it already. And I decided to put my zip there. If you do really actually want to put your zip right bang in the middle of there, let's do it, because that means you can turn the cushion over if one side's damaged. So yeah, okay, let's put the zip in the middle this time. But where the extra bit is, I don't think it'll be in the way. Okay, so I'm choosing this to be my zip now. Ignore that. I should rub it out. Rubber. The best thing is to rub that out. Any lines that you don't need, like that one, if they're not there, then they won't confuse you. You just need the lines there that you need. I'm going to put a zip there now. So I'm going to extend this then to here. So that's where my zip's going to be now. To there. Let's extend that then. Extend it that way. I'll rub this one out then. I'm allowed to change my mind. And rub that out as well, because we don't want to get confused. What's underneath? Something's underneath there. Oh, it's my ruler. I wonder where that was. Now join, let's hit the zips together. Now, because I want to put a zip on this end, as a rule, you add on 2 centimetres. So I'm going to add on 2 centimetres for the zip, and I'm going to write in there zip. So, and this is called the back of the chair cover. Cut 1 times, just this bit here. It's got my seam allowances, which I like to see, so I know that I've included them. Right, now Okay, so I've now copied the top part. I want to copy the bottom part now and add on the zip to that as well. Why don't I just extend this? If I'm just going to extend that, then it'd be the same, wouldn't it? Yeah, no, because we're going to go to the middle and then we're extending it again. Yeah, I hope you're with me. So let's hope you're with me. So yes, I'm going to go to here and then we're going to extend it again because we're doing two separate pieces with a zip in the middle, so it needs that 2 centimetres. So let's extend this anyway from there. It's going to be big enough, long enough. Oops, and then extend the other side. And also check to see if the width's okay, because it can move. Look, see how much it moved? It did move, even though I extended it from that original pattern. It moved. That's so amazing. It did move, see? So keep this in check. So when I extended it, okay, hang on. Oh, we don't want to go to there, we want to add on, so it's going to go past there. Alright, it's going to go past there anyway. I hope you're still with me. If you're not, you can always ask questions. There's something you don't understand. That's it. Extend that. Because look, see how much it went out. I'm going to choose to put it there. There we are. Include my seam allowance. And we're going to extend for the zip. I think I successfully copied that. Okay, then. Don't forget, always put a line through what you don't want. And if you keep ripping the paper like I do, sellotape it. Sellotape that. There. That's it. Draw in your seam allowances because it's very important to see that you've included them. So we added, it's confused me. Why? Oh yeah, because that's that one, that's why. Yeah, ignore that, that's it, that's that one. So ignore that because I couldn't rub it off. I will try. So what I mean, when you've got lines here that you don't need, they confuse you. If you can't get rid of them, that's it. See, so you've got the extension on there as well. Maybe I should draw the extension on there so it doesn't confuse you, as well as the zip. I mean the folded bit, you know, the bit that folds. Now, here we go. So let's do top. If you're not confused already. There you go. That's the folded bit. And then you've got, because this is one, that's like, and you've got another folded bit there. But this is one, which means you've got the zip added. So I'm just drawing this in to show you where your foam finishes up to here. So this is empty. And this one, it's very good to do a pattern. That's there, that's the folded bit. And then we're going to put a 2-inch zip, a 2 centimetre zip extended there. Okay, which means that's the end there then. Folded bit, and that's your zip extension. All right, and this is nothing in between here. That's nothing. I'm going to cut that out. Wallpaper scissors, I recommend. They're brilliant for paper because it's really itching me, because they're so long, you get it cut quick, and they're great for paper, they're made for paper. So yeah, I'm going to cut this. You get it cut a lot quicker and straighter. Okay, so we're cutting this bit out. I've got 2 separate parts now. Right, so I think, well, that's the pattern part of it. Could show you how to cut out. I'm just a bit conscious of the time. So I think we're just going to keep it to the pattern first of all, because we've done the foam, we've done the pattern, so I think that's enough for now. And then the next video we'll show you me cutting it out. I don't want to make these videos too long. Once I've done this, I'll show you the two. Let's see. All right, so we've got that. That goes on there, like that. Just for your zip there. And then the other one goes more like that, and that's for your is it? Yeah. Alright, okay. I'll see you in part 2. If I don't delete this one, I'm going to have to do it again.